Hello, my name is Reverend Dr. May Elise here. Today is Tuesday, May 7th. Today is day 214. The most significant news is that Israel has captured the Rafah border crossing with Egypt, just a mere several hundred yards away. The Israeli Defense Forces have said that it has operational control of the Gazan side of the Rafah crossing. This has been hurled aid efforts. Aid has completely shut down from into Gaza. Egypt has condemned the move, saying that this is a dangerous escalation. A Gaza border official has said that the flow of aid has stopped completely as a result. The IDF said today that it now has complete operational control on the Gazan side of the Rafah crossing with Egypt. A Gaza border official has said that travel has also stopped. Hamas has said that it has agreed to the ceasefire proposal. Details actually indicate that it is not the proposal that it received, that there have been changes to it. Israel said that it would send mediators to negotiate, but it seems that it's back to the drawing board. We know that the Israeli Defense Forces said today that it struck more than 50 targets in Rafah. Yesterday, more than 100,000 civilians were instructed to evacuate South Rafah. The Israeli Defense Forces have said that they are preparing for ground operations and a ground invasion. Hamas has said that that the IDF is prepared to storm the Rafah border, that this is a dangerous escalation. There was a phone call between Netanyahu and Biden. Biden reiterated his opposition to a Rafah invasion. The death toll right now is 34,789, 78,204 people injured. The Palestinian Authority has called on the United States to intervene immediately and to prevent Israel from invading Rafah City, according to Palestinian news. We also know that rocket sirens have sounded on the border communities in Israel on the Gaza border, and sirens have also sounded in the north of Israel. Hostilities have continued between Israel, the Israeli military, and Hezbollah on the north border between Israel and Lebanon. And that's the most significant news. According to a statement by the Israeli army, they have indicated that more than 150 targets have been destroyed. They have said that they are only about 2 miles away from Egypt. They also indicated that 20 members of Hamas have been killed, that they have destroyed tunnels as well. According to Palestinian reports, they have verified that humanitarian aid shipments have been halted, and according to Palestinian and Egyptian sources, Israeli Defense Forces tanks and troops are now within 200 meters of the Rafah border crossing. In terms of the status of the ceasefire proposal, it's been reported widely that Hamas accepted the original offer with minor changes. The New York Times reported minor wording changes. A lot of the news reported that Hamas had accepted the original offer, but later reports indicated that that was not entirely accurate, but there were actually shifts or changes from Hamas. And it seems, according to the news this morning, that the negotiations are kind of back to the drawing board. There was a report that the U.S. has delayed sending precision weapons to Israel. According to the Wall Street Journal, the U.S. has delayed the sale of thousands of precision weapons and about 6,500 joint direct attack munition kits, which enable unguided bombs to be steered to a target. That's quite significant. According to American officials, this delay was caused by the State Department not notifying Congress of the deal, hasn't obligated to do before selling weapons over a certain amount. This came from a congressional source familiar with the King Abdullah met with President Biden yesterday to discuss the latest developments in Gaza. And according to a White House source, affirmed their commitment to work together towards an enduring end to the crisis, underscoring the need for the immediate release of hostages and a sustained ceasefire that would allow for purge of urgently needed humanitarian assistance to be delivered to military through Gaza. Biden and Abdullah discussed the critical importance of the stability of the West Bank and the support for the reforms now being pursued by the Palestinian Authority. Smotrich has said that the Israeli delegation being sent to Cairo was a mistake and presented steps to restore security without mentioning the hostages. And the Takuma Agency in Israel, which is responsible for rebuilding the Gaza border communities, said that Kibbutz residents would not be able to return to their homes for the next 2 to 3 years. The Biden administration also announced additional actions in a national strategy to combat anti-Semitism, which includes examples of anti-Semitic discrimination sent to every school district and college, building an online campus safety resource guide, best practices for community-based targeted violence, and convening technology firms to identify best practices to address anti-Semitic content online. And 9 US senators called on the Biden administration to consistently apply the Lazy Law to Israel, as it would all recipients of US military assistance. That's quite significant. The senators were led by Senator Peter Welch, who urged Lincoln and our Defense Secretary Austin to take steps to address these concerns. I will give more of an update about the Lazy Law in my update tomorrow. And I think that is an update for today. I am at the airport on my way to South Africa. I'll be meeting with other leaders who are convening to call for a comprehensive ceasefire. And I will give updates of our online reach. So thank you for your collective effort.
Sorry, I had to run to the gate, but the most important thing we can do right now is call your members of Congress. Call them and tell them that you support a comprehensive ceasefire. Call them and tell them that they should call on President Biden to oppose the ground invasion in Rafah, and that we should withhold US weapons until it can be proven that they are used in accordance with international and US law, and until the bombing of Gaza and the ground invasion of Gaza is brought to an end. That this ongoing war against Gaza must end, that it is not within the best interest of the Palestinians in Gaza, it is not within the best interest of those in Israel. That we're calling for a comprehensive ceasefire, calling for a release of hostages who've been held for more than 200 days, calling for those who are in Palestinian prisons without due process to be released, and that the ongoing conflict between Israelis and Palestinians, the occupation of Palestinians, there has to be a negotiated settlement. There has to be a way out that doesn't involve more death and destruction and violence and killing. This ground invasion of Gaza will have devastating consequences for people there, for children, for more children, 14,000 plus children killed. Thousands more will have permanent disabilities because of hunger. Every day now, like right now, no more humanitarian aid. All humanitarian aid is completely shut down. So that's the most important thing right now. I gave you all the, kind of hot off the press that the Israeli military is controlling the Rafah border, but the most important thing is to call your members of Congress and to call for the ground invasion of Rafah to not proceed. So thanks for all your efforts. Really, really appreciate it. Our work now this is where it counts. So thank you for all you're doing, and we'll do it together.